I have tested hundreds if not thousands of retro games, and during this test, I found plenty of retro games that caught my eye. Some I have never even heard of, and some I just remembered now. So I'm starting a new video series, Retro Game Pick, where I will be playing and reviewing retro games. I will talk about its gameplay, its graphics, and at the end of the video, I will give it a rating. My first retro game pick is Dragon Ball Advance Adventure on the Game Boy Advance. There are countless Dragon Ball games on the Game Boy Advance, but most are overshadowed by the success of the Dragon Ball Legacy series. The Legacy games are favored due to its fun action RPG gameplay, where you can explore the whole Dragon Ball world with tons of quests to complete. Yet people have been sleeping on the Dragon Ball Advance Adventure, a game I long had my eyes on, but never really played until today. Story-wise, there is nothing new for Dragon Ball fans out there. The story starts at the very beginning of the manga or anime, with Kid Goku exploring the world in search of the Dragon Balls. Along the way, he met with Bulma, trained with Master Roshi, Yamcha, fought the Red Ribbon Army, entered the World Martial Arts Tournament, and finally end with a fight against King Piccolo. There is no original story, as the storyline used in this game is exactly brought from the anime. Whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, that would depend person to person, but in my opinion, this makes the game much more familiar to Dragon Ball fans out there. And since the game started off at the beginning of the Dragon Ball story, it is much more easier to grasp for those who never followed the Dragon Ball series, although much of the story are left untold. For me, as I played this game more than 25 years after reading the manga, this increases the nostalgic feeling of the game. It reminds me of the story I enjoyed during my childhood. For this, I give Dragon Ball Advance Adventure a solid 8. But it was the graphics of the game that really got my attention. Dragon Ball Advance Adventure opted for 2D pixel art, an art style that was very popular for Game Boy Advance games, and the execution is brilliant. The game features detailed character sprites. In comparison with character sprites of the Dragon Ball Legacy series, the comparison is almost night and day. The animation, while it's not the most fluid, is great and does not feel clunky at all. The palette used are also vibrant and colorful. During the first few stages, the hills and mountains in the background were given a faded look that allows for a beautiful distant effect. The character sprites also use Jaka strokes, which makes it pop out from the background. Without doubt, I believe this is one of the best pixel art in Game Boy Advance, so I'll be giving its graphics a big fat 10. At first glance, the Dragon Ball Advance Adventure seems like just a normal 2D side-scroller, but oh my, it is much more than just that. Once you finish the first few stages, you will experience other game modes, including one-on-one battles, where Goku's moves completely changes, changing the genre into a fighting game. And there are also several mini-games to keep you refreshed and entertained. But it is really the New Game Plus that sets the game apart from the others. Once you beat the game, these game modes will be unlocked, and you can use other characters to play the whole game. Legend even says that if you collected all the Dragon Balls, you can collect and unlock up to 40 characters. That would make this game's replayability off the charts. Hence, for gameplay, I'll give it a rating of 10. The Dragon Ball Advance Adventure exceeded my initial expectation. I first thought of the game as just a normal side-scroller with some nice 2D pixel art, but it seemed the developers went above and beyond and gave this game a lot tougher love. The different game modes are a brilliant addition, keeping the game interesting and refreshing after a long side-scroller stage. The unlockable playable characters are also a nice surprise, as the game won't end after finishing the main story with Goku, but has just started. All in all, I'm giving this game a rating of 9, a hidden gem with a pleasant surprise. It is such a shame that the game did not get enough recognition. Was it perhaps marketing issues? The cover art, maybe? Could this cover art I make for fun perform better? Well, you be the judge. So put this game in your list. Dragon Ball Advance Adventure. Great retro pixel art. Great adventure. So what retro games do you want to see next? This is the list of the retro games that I've found and I might make a video of next.